Hello and good morning, friends. Welcome back to Fab 50s Florida. Today is Slimdown Saturday. It is check-in day to see how we did the prior week for our health goals, whether it was walking, whether it was drinking more, whether it was stretching, whether it was just eating better, cutting back on sugar, and let's see how everybody did. Let's talk about three main things today. Check-in, let's see how everyone's doing. Spoiler alert, I lost 2 pounds. Let's talk about expectations and being real about how hard we can push ourselves. And we should always try to push ourselves, but let's try to talk about how to be real as to what we can expect from ourselves. And number three, I want to talk about food and not just walking every day for wellness, but thinking about being a little bit more strategic and maybe a little bit more strict. I don't really like that word strict, but that's just what it is, right? Just being a little bit more streamlined and focused on what it is that I'm eating. And honestly, asking you for any pointers or tips that you have on anything that's working. Okay, so let's jump in and please give any of your comments, any of your wins, any big successes, any little successes, share them, and any pointers on ways to stay motivated and tips about better ways to eat. That would be great. Let's get into it. All right, so part one, check-in. So this week I lost 2 pounds. I really did expect to lose a little bit more. I don't know, some of that's just illusion, but the reality is that even a half a pound is a win. So 2 pounds, I will take it. It's a win. However, I really wanted to be very consistent about my walks every single day, at least 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how much time I had available, depending on when I could do it in the day. Thursdays, I have a standing meeting, so it's just a little difficult to do it every Thursday morning before the meeting. It's not impossible, so I'm not going to say it's impossible. It's not impossible, but sometimes it feels impossible trying to get up early and make this work. But the truth of the matter is, every single time that we're doing something, it is progress. So I really am not proud that I didn't get to do it Thursday. I didn't do it Thursday morning. I intended to do it in the afternoon. Then I intended to do it at night, and it just didn't happen. So that's going to go to part two about expectations. But the reality is a win for the week. So sometimes looking at it from the big picture is a little bit more important than just every single day. However, when you can take any goals that you have and start to set them and implement them every day, it really does help with that snowball effect. So I'm trying to think about how I can do it a little differently on Thursdays. Maybe I'm not going to walk on Thursday. And even though I'm not proud of the fact that I didn't get to get out on Thursday, I did get out every other day. So again, let's take that win. And I want to hear from you. What is one win that you had this week? Please, no matter how small, even if you failed. I failed on Thursday. That's just the truth. And I'm going to fail again because I'm a human. So let's hear about your wins and let's hear about something that maybe we can do to support each other to help us win even bigger next week. Now let's talk about expectations. That's the hard one because I think that when we are starting anything new or if we are venturing into trying to take control of our health and our weight, we want to just go all in. And I'm for sure one of those people, right? I want to go right in and I want to do it right. And I'm going to commit to doing this every single day. But the truth is, the expectation of how much we can do is sometimes a lot more grand than the reality of what it is that we can fit in a day. There's only so much time, right? We're only given that 24-hour period of time every single day to eat, to sleep, to work, to rest. Like, there's only so much time. So being able to get out there and walk, is it possible? Absolutely. But there are days when it's just not going to work. So the new sort of mantra that I'm really trying to fill my head with every day is progress over perfection. Progress is more important than perfection because we're never going to be perfect, but we can continue to make progress every day. So that's just something to think about as far as today, tomorrow, setting goals. Even if I reach my perfect weight tomorrow, and even if I'm in perfect health tomorrow, then there'll be another goal. And it'll still be, oh, I'm going to go all in and I'm going to fail on days and feel like I should just give up because I did terribly for the last day, the last week, the last month. No, it's okay. You can pick up the pieces and go forward. Progress over perfection. Every day, just do a little bit more, do a little bit better. And you're going to do it. You're going to make it. And the other truth is sometimes too many changes, when you're making too many at one time, it's I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to eat better and I'm going to be better with my finances and I'm going to sleep better and I'm going to clean the house every Saturday. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot to add on. And maybe you can do it. I mean, there are some people who are just dynamos and phenomenal at that. I'm not one of them. I'm going to get completely distracted. I'm going to get pulled in too many different directions. My brain really needs to focus on one thing at a time. And maybe that's what we do. We don't have so many changes hitting us at one time. If you have a big life change, right? Like if you're moving, if you experience death, a divorce, your kids are now moving out, whatever it is, sometimes you need a little bit of time just to adjust to that. Think about that and take a step back. And maybe you're walking every day and your health is not at the top of your priority list today. That's okay. And you think about making it at the top of your list tomorrow or next week, because you really do need to take care of yourself, but you also have to be real about how you can take care of yourself, how you can show up for yourself. Because there's nothing worse than the broken promises, too, right? If you're promising yourself you're going to do something and then it doesn't work out, all you're going to do is beat yourself up about it. Guilty, right? We all do that. So just be real about what you can expect from yourself, what it is that you can do, and give yourself a little grace. Be forgiving. Just like you would tell a friend, it's okay. Let's figure this out. We can come up with a different plan. Maybe this plan isn't working. I'll help you figure something else out. Talk to yourself like you're your best friend. So what's one expectation that maybe you're adjusting to? Something that maybe you thought you could do that maybe you need to tweak and alter and maybe do it a little differently? Or maybe that's something that's just not actually aligned with your lifestyle, with your goals, with where it is that you're moving forward right now. And maybe you need to take that and put it on the shelf. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment. This is the part where I need your help. Let's talk about food. I'm thinking about doing something a little bit more formal, like a formal food plan, so that every week I am not only walking every single day, but every day, to account for it every week on Slimdown Saturday, I'm part of a more formal meal program or food program. Dieting throughout my life is not something that I've done. However, I've never not had issues with my weight. I don't know how to say that, but like my weight has always fluctuated, and it's never been that, oh my gosh, I could eat anything and not think about it. Nope, that's never been me. Not once, not ever. But I've never really been, okay, people go to Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig or like, I never did that. However, menopause hits different. As we've talked about many times, it hits your body different. It leaves weight in places that when I was stricter about things and would exercise in my younger years, gone in a minute. Nope. It's not going anywhere. So I'm thinking to combine the walking every day with a more formal food program. And there are a lot that are out there. And I'm not a big morning eater. I prefer to start my meal time like lunchtime. So I was thinking about like intermittent fasting. I'm thinking about something that where you're just eating small meals throughout the day. I've already been cutting back on my sugar, but maybe I just do something more keto based. I'm not a vegetarian, but I'm not super big on eating meat either. Maybe I try to do something like the Mediterranean diet. I'm not really sure. So I think maybe I'm going to start to try to look into different plans, and I'd love to hear from anyone out there. Any formal food plans that are out there where there's not a lot of prep. I mean, I just have to be honest. I don't mind doing our food prep on the weekend, but I'm not going to be making big meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I just know that won't happen. So if I can prep it all on my Saturday prep, then that's great. Otherwise, it's just not going to work for me. So I need, again, going back to expectations versus reality, I need to be real. I'm not going to do that. So I want to hear from anyone here who knows, not about selling me anything, but about a real program that maybe has worked for you and what that looks like. What does it look like every day? Is it kind of like those Slim Fast bars or those Slim Fast shakes where you drink every day? Or is it something that is like one of those Healthy Fresh or something that come in the mail? I'm not sure. But you tell me what works for you. What would work into maybe a lifestyle where you're pretty busy, you're still working a lot and trying to fit in nutritious meals, and something that's going to help stick to my goals, my health goals of losing weight, controlling my menopause and making sure that I am living my healthiest life in my 50s and beyond. And I'd love for us all to talk about that. Maybe we can all share pointers and give each other advice on things that worked and things that maybe didn't. If there's something that's just fully scammy and fully not going to work, then let me know that too, because I'm not a formal diet expert. I'm actually not a diet expert in any way, shape, or form, but that's why I'm asking for your support, for your ideas, for your input, and let's do this together. Thank you so much for joining me on Saturday Slim Down. Again, 2 pounds down is not exactly what I wanted. I was hoping for more, but it is a win. Take every single win every single day and celebrate. So I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to enjoy my coffee. I'm still trying to cut back on, but it's first thing in the morning and I'm having my coffee as my celebration and enjoyment. But let's all support each other. Let's all talk about what our wins are for the past week, what it is that we are looking forward to this coming week. And I think starting next week, I'm going to start doing a photo because I wish that I had started it at the beginning. But I think maybe we can all share photos as well, only as long as you're comfortable. But we can certainly take, I hope that you can at least take inspiration from the photos that I'm sharing. I will do it every single week to kind of show the progress. And if we're doing that, and even if we're not sharing it here, save it. Save it somewhere in a folder in your phone, or save it somewhere so that you can look back and see the progress that you're making. Because again, what's the goal for the week? Progress over perfection. Please do not forget, this is a two-way conversation. This is not about me. This is about us having a community that's here to help each other. So thank you again for joining me today on Fab 50s Florida, and I look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. And in the meantime, stay happy, stay healthy, and stay wealthy.